Tonight, a tragic end in the case of two missing siblings in Fayetteville.
Our investigation has led us to evidence that both Blake and London are currently deceased.
Today, police put their adoptive mother in jail.
Avante Devin was arrested this morning. She's charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Investigators describe the Devin household as one of horror and torture.
We believe he was mentally abused. He was physically starved, and his body could no longer take the inhumane treatment.
Their next-door neighbor watching the arrest unfold.
It's the strangest thing that I've ever heard of.
Happening right now, the woman once in charge of caring for 2 adopted children is now charged with killing them. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rod Carter.
And I'm Angela Taylor. CBS 17 was the first station to share news of her arrest. Today's continued coverage in this latest in a series of reports on the search for Blake and London Devin. CBS 17's Galat Malaman joins us live from Fayetteville tonight. And Galat, Avante Devin faces a list of new charges.
Yes, she does, and she's being held here at the Cumberland County Detention Center with no bond. Fayetteville police described the abuse and horrible living conditions that they say Blake and London Devin suffered through. Fayetteville police say Blake and London Devin's bodies could no longer stand the abuse and neglect police say their adoptive mother, Avante Devin, put them through. Investigators uncovered partial human remains that they believe are Blake's and remains a lab confirmed as London's.
She is believed to have died in the same painful way, in the same painful, callous manner that Blake died from, literal starvation and neglect.
This morning, police arrested Devin at her home on Berrydale Drive. She's charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of felony child abuse, 2 counts of concealment of death, and kidnapping. Fayetteville police say in November they responded to a mental health crisis call at the home. The victim said they had not seen their brother Blake Devin in 5 years. Police started their investigation, discovering Devin adopted 5 children. At least 3 of them, they say, grew up in appalling conditions.
They were given little or no food and could earn nourishment through, by quote, doing paperwork. That means they had to write hundreds of paragraphs to apologize for behaving. It is alleged some of the children were also beaten to the point of needing medical care, but only natural cures like honey were given.
Police say Devin only reported Blake missing after the investigation began and that she never reported London missing. Fayetteville Police Sergeant Jeff Locklear says Blake likely passed away at the family's previous home on Eichelberger Drive.
Then Avante developed a plan to hide Blake's remains, and she forced another person in the household to participate. They dismembered him and burned his remains.
Locklear says the remains of London and a set of a child's remains still being tested were removed from a metal burn barrel.
She treated the dogs and cats better than she treated him.
Don Whitaker lives next door, and like other neighbors we spoke to, the horror going on in the Devin home is something they could not imagine.
I thought somebody had killed them, but I didn't think the chopping up part and the burning part is like way beyond what I thought.
And for Blake's biological mother, Felicia Chandler, she tells us this is the most terrifying nightmare a mother/parent could ever get, let alone imagine. Chandler says it would have been tough to do an interview today as she has barely been able to stop crying. I did ask Fayetteville police what comes next for Devin's other adopted children, and they say that they are not able to share any more information at this time. Live in Fayetteville, Galat Malaman, CBS 17 News.
Just absolutely heartbreaking.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Thanks, Galat.